Hi, I'm attorney Anthony Overton Van Johnson, and just want to take a few minutes to discuss with you certain steps you should take in the event you're involved in an automobile accident. First thing you want to do is, at the time of the accident, take photographs of the position of the vehicles before the vehicles are moved. Many jurisdictions require you to move the vehicle to the side of the road if the vehicle is still drivable. So to assist in determining liability, you want to try to get photographs of those vehicles before they're moved. Call 911, request an officer to report to the scene of the accident. While you're waiting on the police officer, if there's any witnesses, you want to obtain their names, addresses, phone numbers, contact information. Also, you want to exchange driver's license information, insurance information, and document the make, model, year, and color of the other driver's vehicle. Once the officer arrives, if you're injured at all, inform that officer so he or she can include that in their accident report. If the witnesses have left the scene but you have their contact information, make sure you provide that information to the officer. You want to give your version of the facts of how the accident occurred. Then you want to contact an experienced personal injury attorney as soon as possible. Again, if you're injured, it's advisable that you get treatment right away, whether it's going to the emergency room, contacting a chiropractor, contacting your physician. But if you're injured, you want to get yourself checked out immediately. Once you've retained an experienced personal injury attorney, that attorney will obtain the accident report, interview any witnesses, conduct an investigation of your case to determine liability issues, obtain lost wage information in the event that you suffer lost wages, and try to establish your claim so that it be well documented in order to try to gain the maximum compensation that you're due under the law. Now, generally there are 4 elements that must be addressed in injury cases: duty, breach of duty, causation, and damages. Duty: whether or not the other driver had a duty to protect you from that harm. Breach of duty: if there was a duty to protect you from that harm, did the other driver breach that duty by not protecting you from that harm? Causation: were the injuries and damages you suffered caused by the other driver's negligence? And finally, damages: what are your damages? There may be a duty, a breach of duty, and causation, but you have to prove damages. And how do you prove damages? As far as injuries go, through the medical records, through the chiropractic records, through the emergency room records, through the ambulance records. Those documents are needed in order to prove your damages. If you have lost wages, there'll be a statement obtained from your employer to show that you have lost wages, or if you're self-employed, there's got to be documentation to support your claim for the lost wages. General damages such as pain and suffering, loss of consortium, deprivation of right to enjoy life, those damages can be proven through the records again. If you've got your medical records will show, your chiropractic records will show, your physical therapy records will show, your complaints of pain, stiffness, inability to sleep, etc. So it's important anytime you go to treatment, whatever you're experiencing, tell that to your treating physician or chiropractor so they can document that in the record. And be sure to tell them that each time you go to treatment. Also, I strongly recommend that you obtain a daily journal and document each and every day the pain you're experiencing. If you can't sleep, document that. If the relationships with your family have been disadvantaged as a result of this accident, you want to document that. For example, if you used to jog every day and you can't do that now because of your injuries, document it. If you used to play ball with your children, you can't do that anymore because of your injuries, you want to document that. If you're married, you may have a claim for loss of consortium. Your relationships with your spouse may have been damaged as a result of these injuries. So you want to have it all documented in your daily journal, because 2 months, 3 months down the road, or however long it takes for you to recover, you may not be able to recall the specifics and the details that you can if you have it documented in that journal. And you will present that journal to your attorney. Now, at the time that you are released from treatment, whether it's chiropractor or physical therapy or a physician, your attorney at that time will obtain all of your records, medical records, hospital records, itemized bills, ambulance records, all that information necessary, statement of lost wages, and then your attorney will compile what's known as a demand package, a settlement demand letter with the supporting documents. If there's photographs of the vehicle damage, all that will be included. And then that attorney will come up with an amount to demand from the other driver's insurance company. That demand package will be sent to the insurance company, and then generally the insurance adjuster will respond in approximately 30 days, and then the negotiation process will proceed from there. In the event that your attorney is not able to reach an agreeable settlement figure, then, depending on your attorney, some attorneys will file a lawsuit. Of course, you need to discuss that issue with your attorney before retaining his or her services, to what extent they're willing to fight for your just compensation. There's generally a 2-year statute of limitations in which personal injury claims either have to be settled or a lawsuit has to be filed. Now, in some jurisdictions, the statute of limitations may be shorter, that is. So your attorney, you can discuss that issue with your attorney as well. In the event that you have a 2-year statute of limitations, that means that before that 2 years from the date of the accident arrives, you either need to have settled the case or have filed a lawsuit and served the other driver, the responsible party. So, to recap, once you're in an accident, you want to immediately take photographs of the vehicles before they are moved, exchange the information with the other driver, driver's license information, insurance information, document the other driver's make, model, year, and color of their vehicle, obtain contact information for any witnesses, report your injuries and witness information, as well as how the accident occurred, to the investigating police officer. Contact an experienced personal injury attorney immediately to allow that personal injury attorney to initiate your claim. Now, the insurance company frequently requests a recorded statement from you. You need to discuss that issue with your attorney. Some attorneys may not permit you to make a recorded statement, but you need to discuss that with the attorney that you retain to represent you on your injury claim. Once you are released from treatment, then your attorney will obtain all the records, submit the demand package to the insurance company. And hopefully the chiropractic records or the medical records are all thoroughly documented, and you have told your chiropractor or physical therapist or physician of your pain that you're suffering, and you've got that journal documenting how it has affected your life. Then you will have equipped your attorney to make a demand for the maximum compensation allowable under the law. And of course, it's based on the damages that can be proven. So again, I want to thank you for taking this time to view this video. If you have any other questions, you can reach me at 404-551-2428. Again, that's 404-551-2428. And I'm attorney Anthony Overton Van Johnson. Thank you.